Hey, it's your girl Monique 69 Ways Johnson. I'm here with my girls, Candy Love and Miss Kira Speaks. We are here
Hey.
today. Y'all said it in unison. We are here today. Oh, sound like the Supremes. We are here to talk about the
Okay.
Supremes at Earl All You Can Eat. This is a movie that came on Hulu, and I really enjoyed this movie, I must say. This movie, let me read the synopsis. So this is about a lifelong best friend, Odette, Clarice, and Barbara Jean, share an unbreakable bond from decades of weathering life storms through new shades of heartbreak. And the trio are put to test as they face challenging times. This is start a well casted
Star
movie,
studded.
I should say.
Yes.
Yeah, star studded. Thank you. Star studded cast. So Sanaa, Yuzo, Anjanou, Makai,
hmm
even white boy Julian, that white boy. I mean, I know him from Charm Days, so I'm not gonna. And yeah, we're not gonna
Charles
get there.
Flannery. I can't think of his real name,
And Russell
but he was
Yeah,
Charles in
horns
this
there.
too.
Charles,
Two pump chuck.
Good Pump Chuck. Yes. So we had her.
Mm-hmm.
We had, yeah, it was a lot of talent in here. It was like,
Mm-hmm.
and they did very well. They sold me. Even their young and older
hmm
characters is like the same. So they sold me on like, oh, okay. They did that thing. It was very passionate.
Yeah, they were very good. Mm-hmm.
So what y'all thoughts of the overall movie as a whole? You enjoy it? Hate it? You had to do your feelings up and down.
For me, it had me. I had to watch it in three parts because it had me crying. I'm like, okay, I can't watch this. I don't. It had me then some, and I was laughing at a lot of it, and I was crying. Like at certain parts, we'll get to it, but I just like
Yes, Lena.
I like feel good movies. Like this is a movie you can watch with your children. We watch with anybody. It doesn't have to. It's not a. It's a feel good movie. It's a coming of age movie, and I really, really
Yes.
liked it. I really did enjoy the positive family unit with Odette and what is his name? Richard, not Richard. Um, Odette's husband. I like that they were just
James.
Richmond.
James. I like that they were a
Richmond.
solid unit.
Oh, James.
Really,
Yeah.
really appreciated that versus the two
Richmond and
point
Clarice.
yeah, them two.
hmm
Yeah. Of course they were just two opposites. So I really did enjoy that we did get to see a solid family in this show.
Yes.
hmm
Yes.
And
Yes.
positive male role models as well, like
Yes.
Mr. Earl.
I agree. How about you, Miss Kira?
It was a lot good cast, like you said, a lot of different dynamics. It did make me laugh. When I got to the crying part, I was like, what did I do to y'all that y'all got me watching this movie and making me cry like this? But by the time we got to the end, I was like, okay, all right. We done turned it around now because I don't want to be sad all the time, but
All right.
just well put together, covered a lot of different topics and things in the Black community. So I did actually enjoy it.
They said it was a drama comedy, so I can see that because it does have
Yeah.
drama, it has you in your feelings, and it has some funny parts. I was found myself cracking up. I'm like, damn, do I supposed to be laughing?
Mm-hmm.
that's that's how I was looking like. Do I supposed to be finding this funny?
Mhm.
Yeah. So let's get into it, y'all. So we have we have this friend group of Odette, Clarice, and Barbara Jean. So they do like a scene of their mothers are born in unique fashion. Like they came in this world in a unique way, and what's her name? Odette is
Odette.
like born in a sycamore tree. Her mother had to talk with a witch,
Maybe
and she
how?
had baby in the tree. Okay.
How is what I
I,
want to know.
I know. I know. I said the
I
same
let him
thing.
have it though. I let him have it just to keep moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and we also see Clarice. her mother, she was like the first, I would say, black baby born at this all white hospital, that I think the same hospital that her mother was working at, and her mother is known as a pushover, so that's probably why she got her pushover ways. And we see Barbara Jean mom, dang, she was like
A mess.
a mess, and child, she's at the bar, at the tavern, whatever you want to call it, and she having all these dudes bragging about her having a baby, and they all came to find out like they bragging about the same woman, and she looking like, oh shit. And then her water broke, and then she had the baby, and she right there holding the baby and drinking a bottle of Ripple or whatever. And that was how
No,
she came into the world.
mm-hmm.
She came
And
into
they
the
was all
world.
like, not it, not it.
Yeah.
Right.
And they all of them wanted her, but they ain't wanting to do with her with a baby. Like,
Nope.
yeah,
That's
like that's
okay,
what I be
Matthew.
talking
It's a
about.
good
Like,
movie. So
mm-mm.
yeah, you should check it out. It's on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for coming through.
Thank
Um,
you.
hello, Kendall.
Hi, Kendall.
Yeah, so that was funny. I just like, yeah, y'all definitely came in the world in a unique way.
Crazy.
Say the least. But we also get a scene of them in their young adult years, like college years, I want to say. Um, what's her name? Clarice is at her recital. And Odette is cheering her on in the most ghetto fabulous way, and I love it. I love it. I love it. You better cheer your friend on, girl.
That's my dog.
Right, that's my dog, exactly. So
Mm.
yeah, we see that. So we know Clarice is she's a good pianist, and we also get a scene of Clarice and Odette. They're at the I think it's Odette house, and she's getting ready for this double date with I keep forget I'm gonna mess up their name, Clarice and
Who,
Richmond are
Odette?
going on a
Rich
double date for her
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
James.
James.
James, yeah.
And she got on this questionable dress. I'm not gonna say if it's ugly or not, but I won't wear it. But she
She
trying to
said
help her.
she said it was ugly.
Mm-hmm. It's when her grandma made it. Something like that, ain't
And then
it?
she put a green
Mhm.
scarf around. I'm like, oh, there, that really made it pop. I'm like, girl, Clarice, look how you dress. Are you trying to help her dress? No, it's like the
She said
blind
she,
lead
like
the
she wearing
blind.
virgin wear or something.
Yeah, right. That was funny. It was a lot of Odette is sarcastic mouth. She has
Yes,
Yes,
this.
I love
She
Odette.
wit.
I
She's
love her.
wittiful, and I love
Yes.
it.
Mm-hmm.
She says the
And
thing you thinking you probably not supposed to say, but she say it anyway.
Not
that
that part.
part. That part. You gotta love it. You
Say
gotta love it.
it.
And oh, that mama come in, and she is a stern woman. She is straight to the point. She mean what she say what she mean what she say. So
Mm-hmm.
you see where Odette get this from. So she come in there. She's like, "Here, take this chicken to Barbara Jean because Barbara Jean mom had passed, and I guess the funeral was that day or something like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Something like
And
that.
take the chicken over there, and Clarice talking about, but that's the opposite way. We got plans to, I guess, meet someone or go on a date or something. And then the mama stepped to Clarice.
I'm like, who asked you?
Who asked you? Then she said, she keeps saying her cousin Veronica said that when she saw Barbara Jean brush her hair, she saw a roach fell out. And she was just saying all this type of stuff of what
Mm-hmm.
she heard from her cousin Veronica. And then the mama stepped to her like, she said something about her shoes. She went heels or something like, if your
Mm-hmm.
feet hurt, take them off.
It
If
was a
you
roach back up.
roach back up, step back. Okay? She like, what else?
I love it.
I was
Cousin
like,
Oh.
Veronica
tell her.
was a mess
And
too.
she told the other guy, "You don't have
Or
to
you
be
can
here."
leave. Or you can leave.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ooh, okay, mama. No, not to
I
piss you
was
off.
upset we did all of that for the chicken not to be tasting good though. She's like, you better
Girl,
not eat that. You
okay.
better eat that chicken. I was like, wait,
She
what
said
you
I was on the. She said I was on the toilet for like
2 weeks or
days,
2 days or
2 weeks
something
or
like that.
something.
Yeah, it was too
Yeah,
much.
so
Ooh. I thought she was, you know how they be sending the slamming food over after the funeral. I'm like, oh, mama got the fried chicken gonna be on point. Nah, nope. She said, don't eat
Mm-mm.
that. Don't need it.
Veronica knew all the tea, honey. She was that
Okay.
cousin that gossip and carry every which way.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to Barbara Jean's house with this chicken. So they walked to Barbara Jean's house and her stepdaddy came to the door, Curtis. Creepy,
Oof.
creepy old guy. And and he said we brought chicken over and he said you can come in. And oh, look, Clarice did not want to go in. She gave that look like, okay,
Mm-mm.
nobody answering, we can go. She's like, I do not want to be here, but she came anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So they came in, they sat down, and he called out Barbara Jean, and he said they brought chicken. Sorry about your loss and all that good stuff. And you can see how he is touching her, and she is uncomfortable. Man, this is her stepdad. I'm like, how your mama really died? Was she sick? Well, he
Right.
unreliable. But anyway,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then what's her name? Odette picked up on it because she picked up on things.
Mhm.
And she's like, I'm
Oh,
just
he
coming
wasn't
to see
subtle about it.
Mm-hmm.
you. No, it wasn't because he was like grabbing at her face and then put his arms
Mm-hmm.
around her.
Rubbing
Really
her
this takes
shoulder.
a poor stepdad, so it was creepy at best.
So that said, if you want that hand, you better get it up off of.
Right. And then she said, I've invited my mom invited Barbara Jean over for dinner and we won't take no for an answer. She's coming with us. And he like, she's staying here. She ain't going over there. And then he he said something. He picked her up. He yanked her up and pushed her over there by the wall or what have you. And he commenced to take off his belt or something
Like that was
like
your child.
right like she was Barbara Jean. I'm like, he like, ain't you that witch that witch girl who was born in a tree or something? And as he was taking off his belt, like he finna whoop her, he said, you have a good butt whooping or some belt with a. And then she said, you must don't know my daddy. He's a golden glove, something. And she told Clarice to unzip her. She like, I
That's
Mhm.
don't want his.
crazy.
She like, I don't want his blood to get on me. I'm like, girl, you is putting
Mm-hmm.
on for real.
This little scene at the bottom, that was funny. Like you
Yes.
standing there in your full slip, not a half slip, a
Okay.
full slip.
A full slip,
Listen,
and she
I love
like got her
Odette.
dukes up. She like,
Yeah.
Mhm. I was
and
like,
then he had
are
to
we
think
gonna punch the
twice.
belt? Okay.
Child, what y'all thoughts on that whole situation? It was just
Mm-hmm.
bad.
I
Her daddy
said
been teaching her to deal with dumbass men since she was a child.
that's what she said. She ain't mean it though. And I said,
She
are
ain't
we gonna
mean it. It was
punch?
a lie. She said,
It
"My
was
Yeah.
a
butt." She
lie.
like, "Your daddy was a golden glove." She like, "No, my
Unzip me
daddy only
now.
wear 100 pounds."
Soaking wet. I said, are we gonna punch the belt
Yeah.
though, girl? Because you got your dukes up and he got a belt. So are we gonna slap the belt out of his hand?
You
She
can wrap
jumped at
that
him. He
belt around
jumped.
her arm and yank it from him.
Mm-hmm.
She better. Don't miss. But he was
Right,
like, I
that
ain't
part.
doing all this crazy. He's like, I'm not doing
He
all this
did.
crazy.
He retreat.
You can
Yeah.
have her. But it was hysterical.
Retreat
That
like
had me
a mug.
laughing.
Hey, Lemon Kush. Thank you for coming back.
Hey, everybody.
That was one of the funniest scenes that had me on the
Yes.
floor.
Had me hollering. I had to rewind it. Wait a minute.
Because it's one thing for you to get up and you
How
unzip
did
me.
we get? I'm like, how did we get here? Hold on, how we
He said,
got here?
unzip me. I don't want his blood all on me. I'm like, oh Lord.
She had to sell it. Want to
And
make
he
sure
Okay.
you
did.
know
I'm
I'm
like,
for
what's he
real.
put on for real? That was funny. I have to admit. That was a great scene.
Daddy weighed 2 pounds. Come on, girl.
Not 2 pounds.
Or whatever she said. I forgot how much daddy weighed for
It
real,
was
but
like
I know.
105 soaking wet.
Hundreds.
It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
she's it.
Child.
Carrying rock. That wasn't rock. It's
Mm-mm-mm.
funny. Ah,
But I'm glad they
so
did that. I'm glad because it's good to see you
Yeah,
stand up for your for that is not even a friend. This girl,
they
y'all
not
even
even
go over there.
friends. That's the
But
crazy
when y'all
part.
exactly.
saw what she was dealing with, you knew she had to come out of
Some
that
people would have
situation.
just dropped that chicken and been going.
Uh-huh. But I'm glad they saw what was going
Mhm.
on and took her out of that
At first,
situation. I
Clarice
really am.
wasn't with it. Odette was with it, and then I guess
Mm-hmm.
Clarice. It took a minute for Clarice to come around
He said,
Yeah.
let me get warmed up because it looked like this what we
and
about to
invited
do.
her out with them.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So I was like, dang, invited them out to Earl. So
Mm-hmm.
There go Earl. We're Earls.
Big girl. Mm-hmm.
Not big Earl.
Well, it's a little Earl later, so we're gonna call him
Yeah,
Big
it
Earl.
is a junior. I forgot it's a junior, but he barely get look. He
Two
only gets screen
seconds.
time in the present, I guess. So
Mm-hmm.
it do goes back and forth from the past to the present. So we do go to the past from like what 1968. I want to say
Don't ask me no
1968.
years, something like that.
I
The 60s.
Kara like I don't know, but we
Hmm.
know
I
it's
do know we get to 68 at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I
yeah,
do know that.
yeah, it was 68.
Mhm.
And we had Earls, and you see that middle picture at the top. We see Richmond walking through. You see how he eyeing that girl, and that girl eyeing him. It
Mm-hmm.
started right there. I'm like, Lord have mercy, keep your
That's the
eyes
energy.
open.
The energy he been on.
Okay, that part. So he walking through, and then James is walking 10 steps behind him, like shy. It's all get
James.
out.
James.
Look at
James.
you, James.
James.
And they greeted the girls at the table. They met the girls at the table, and they sat down and Barbara Jean is new to the group, so she just looked fascinated by them for some reason. Because I guess they talking about Richmond is talking about his football life,
Mm-hmm.
and uh Clarice is talking about her recitals and stuff. She said, y'all talking like y'all got it all together and stuff. And then she asked Odette what she want to do and stuff like that. And then Clarice laid out the bag that she wanted to be a nurse. She really hasn't really talked about it, I guess, with anybody else. So
Hmm.
she want to be a nurse, and then she looking across the table at James. He is like sweating bullets and don't know what to say.
No game.
And
Mm-hmm.
even they
Oh
up there
dang.
clearing that throat and stuff, like trying to get him a cue. That you look nice. You got a beautiful dress. Says this
She's
is
like, no,
ugly.
I don't.
Right. She said my grandma, my blind grandma. I can't. I was cracking up. She like she blind. I'm
Mm-mm.
like, dang. She shouting every time. So
Barbara Jean was
but
cute though. She was like, so you play in concerts and you play professional football. I'm like, man,
yeah, because this is
professional.
all
Hmm.
new to her. She been cooped
Yeah.
up in that house with a drunk mama, and guys know what kind of means been coming through that house, and then a
Mm-hmm.
creepy old stepdaddy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. No, so this is a new lens for her, so I can get her excitement in that moment. And we see that Clarice dismissed James by telling him to put this in Richmond car, a sweater or something in the car. And Odette is pissed because she like, I thought it was supposed to be different. I thought he was gonna say more. Cause last time he was just staring at her like she got two heads, and that's what she approached him outside. Like, what is up
Maybe
with you? Like, what did Richmond promise you for going out with me? Because clearly you just staring at me. You ain't saying much. So,
you scared of.
and then
Cause
he
she
just,
Odette is a piece of work.
she's very
Yeah, she say what's on her mind. She
stern
don't
and
hold
right,
nothing back.
definitely. So, um, what you say? James definitely didn't have no game. Poor thing. Um,
Mm-hmm. You had to glow up later on now.
yeah, look, it worked out. No, what do we mean? No one took one for the team,
Matthew didn't
right?
watch.
He ain't
That's
never
why.
he ain't never watched it. He don't know.
He
That's why he said
talking,
never mind. That's why he said never mind him.
He just talking.
right? He just talking.
He's like, I'm just chiming in. It's cool.
Okay, Matthew, and
James was just shy. She warmed up to him
James is
after that.
shy. Yeah, she warmed up after, and then especially when he said, when he was 12 and they was making
Hmm.
fun of him, and
She
she
stood
stood
up for
up
him.
for him and beat
Hmm.
up the boys when they saw it, and they made her smile. And he said he liked her then. So she came back. They went back in the
Oh.
restaurant arm in arm. Okay,
Hmm.
so it's like a different tone now. So it's like, okay, we dating now for
Hmm.
real.
Yes.
You my man
And
now.
right, and then we get cousin Veronica over there. She is at the counter, and then she turned her stool around and talking about Barbara Jean
Barbara
behind,
Jean. Hmm.
and
She was a
saying some
mess.
slick stuff to her because talk about her mom being a whore and stuff like that, working at the place. I forgot what they
Hmm.
call it back then, but
The
um
Gentleman's Club. Did they call it? Was it that yet, or the? I don't know what it was called.
right, it was called something. I think it started with F, but it was called something, and yeah, and Richmond stood up for Barbara Jean, talking about God don't like ugly. You should be in the front seat. My father preached about God don't like ugly, and you should have a front row at the seat. So the pew. I'm like, child,
And she never changed.
and it kind of ran Barbara Jean off, and then but before that, then this is when Odette did tell Mr. Earl, Big Earl,
Hmm.
about Curtis, her creepy stepdad. So, and when Barbara Jean about to leave, he stopped the girls and said that he want him and his wife want to talk to them. So that I guess they're in the house part. I think the restaurant is close to the house, or I don't know. Is it
Like in
connected?
front of
I
the
forgot.
house or something like that. I don't
Right.
know.
I
It's
would say it's
almost
in
like it's
front of the house.
connected.
Yeah, I think it's connected because they keep getting there fast. So they
It's look,
in
it's
the
right
house
there.
part. Right, it's right there, basically. That's how it used to be. And it still are today because there's still some around here that have like a storefront in the house in the back. And they talking to the girls, especially Barbara
Barbara
Jean.
Jean.
They was talking
Hmm.
about how they daughters in Chicago at college and stuff like that, and you can have her room. And she was like, oh no, you don't have to. She was like trying to be nice about it and stuff like that. I'm like,
Yeah, you
girl,
better get away from Curtis.
you rather go with Curtis, creepy stepdaddy, than get your own room and your own
Hmm.
peace of mind and not being
And there's a woman
followed.
there, so you don't have to worry about him because the wife is there. It's
Right.
not like it's just an old dirty man asking you to move in with him.
Okay. And then she said yes, and the girls got excited for her and stuff like that. And he said he was gonna help her go to the house and get her stuff because she can't go over there by herself, and creepy Curtis over there and stuff like that. And they toast. At first, they toast to her dead mama, and then she like, "Nah, let's toast to the Supremes." And they came friends. That's what I guess that's when they started becoming friends, like friends for real that day. Um, all three of them. And then they said that shortly after that, the wife died. Shortly after, I'm like,
Hmm.
dang. So that sucked.
Especially after we see what followed her. I said, "Oh Lord."
And then 99, he
Not like he was saying his prayers and look at she about to let. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Come on now, we all get on that little bus. She about to get on the little bus to go to HE double hockey sticks.
I'm just scared. I'm trying to get through it because that's a crazy way to go while you praying. How you praying to the Lord and he
Mm-hmm.
snatched you up at the same time?
Thank you. God,
You was on your
at
way
least he
out.
got
He was on his way out.
his prayers, hopefully.
He was on
Yeah.
his way out at that moment.
I
And
mean,
then
look,
look.
better that than some of the other
Sorry,
ways,
y'all. I'm sorry.
like he was on top of
Okay.
that lady. At least he was, giving praise.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm over here crying
It's
tears.
okay. Girl, I thought of
I'm
funny
just,
too, especially when that lady slept in the bed with him. Like, lady, what?
She said, "Where else someone gonna sleep?" Yep, she sure
You just
did.
left me there all night long.
The couch
Miss
lady,
Minnie,
the couch.
Miss Minnie is
Call
a
the
hot
911.
mess. She said not with her sciatica.
Jesus Christ. Miss Minnie was a hot mess. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, she was sad because they had to think like
Wait a
Miss
minute.
Minnie, where you slept? Right in the bed while he there the whole night,
Oh, that's
and
creepy.
then
Y'all just
you
gave me
just
the
not
wriggles.
calling us.
Yeah, seriously.
Like,
I'd
yo,
have had to call you in the middle of the night, even if they couldn't do
It's the
nothing
one that
about
he
it.
ain't fall over.
he's stuck. Once you get,
Rigor mortis.
yeah, that shit starts
Hmm.
setting in, boy, you
Mm.
stuck.
This was a mess. This was a whole. I
Mm.
laughed. I laughed at this part. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I did.
You saw you.
See, I'm not
You
the
see,
only one
Mo.
laughing.
I was trying to keep my composure.
I couldn't
She's,
help it.
you see the picture? She was
Right.
like she just seeing it for the first time. Mm-hmm.
It is crazy because like, how you praying and then you got snatched up by the Lord? Like, God, I hope that wasn't your
We don't know what
prayer.
his prayer was though. The one with Miss Minnie, he could have been saying, "Lord, take me now," and Lord said,
Yeah,
"Okay,
that's what I
I
said. If
got
that
you.
wasn't your prayer,
I got you. It's all
Mm-hmm.
right.
because we
Don't
know
worry
Miss
about
Minnie,
it."
she put on a show because they talk about the coroner James came in by played by Mackay, and he talking
Mm-hmm.
about the coroner office gonna be. And then she get all dramatic and start crashing out. And they was like, oh, now you want to
Now
get all emotional. You wasn't emotional about it when you was laying in the bed getting your sleep on.
at all.
Why he on the side of the bed in prayer
That is
stand
so creepy.
gone?
I couldn't
She
even
is.
sleep like that. I'd be like, one eye open.
That's why they said you could have slept on the couch, child. Like, no.
Well, she said she want to mess with her sciatica.
Yeah, she said her sciatica was not trying to
I
do all
don't
that.
care. Hey, EJ.
Yeah, I couldn't have slept there like, lady, why you ain't called the 911?
Something.
Okay.
Nope.
Lady, you slept there
Not
all
I.
night long. You thought about
Well, we
yourself,
know
not him. You thought about
we
you, your sciatica, but not him. The man gone.
we know why, because she believes in she does this certain practice like terror and
Like,
stuff
what
like
Mm-hmm.
happens
that.
if you pull the covers too hard? You know what I'm saying? You try to pull the cover and he fall over. Like,
Bloop. That's what I was
how you sleep
saying.
like that?
He ain't fall. There ain't no way I would have. Listen, getting in and getting out, he would have been bloop.
Right, so that was creepy in this. I laughed. I cracked up the whole way through, even when she was outside the house putting on a show for the people.
And they were talking
Okay,
junk to it in.
talking about I'm next. I won't make it to the new year. Some crazy stuff she was
And
saying.
Veronica was still rocking with her tarot cards and her readings and stuff. Oh, messy behind.
That's why she manless or husbandless or whatever she's trying to get. I thought she was trying to get a man or something. She said she was trying to get.
Yep, she sure was.
So they at what they made at Earl's. Yeah, it got to be in front of the house, man, because they got that quick or around the corner next door, and Earl and they talking about Minnie crazy behind how she putting on theatrics, and then we see Odette is keep fanning herself in Barbara Jean calling out saying that she's going through the change.
That's what I thought it
And
was.
she's like, this uterus is still 22 years old. I say,
Okay, girl.
Okay.
The Nile is a river in Egypt.
Nah.
child, I
You
was
know how
hollering when
old your
she said
uterus
that.
is. How you know
Listen.
how old your
Like,
uterus is? It's
Listen.
random.
Okay.
all right, it's like, okay, girl, yes.
I know she would have rather that than what the alternative was, because that's for sure what I thought it was. I said, she's just
I
going through the
thought it was a
change.
change too, so
Me too.
because that's one of
But
the
it was like
things
it was
that they.
November and you still hot. Listen, a flash don't care when it comes.
Nope.
But that's not what she was dealing with, though.
Or so
Yeah,
I
man
hear.
of his own, child. I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, surprise, sucker.
Okay.
Let's see. Uh-oh.
Charles going Charles.
Y'all listen.
Two punch
I'm
up
sorry,
right here.
I'm
Richmond.
sorry. This was terrible. I think they could have done better with the scenes or not give it to us.
I'd rather
I,
not give it to us.
just don't even
You
give that to us. If
only
y'all
had
can,
like 2 seconds.
it
You
was
couldn't
that was
take the two.
terrible. That
You
was
couldn't take the
terrible.
2 seconds. It was like woo
It
woo
was terrible. It was
woo
unbelievable. It
woo
didn't. It that was not believable.
Not ooh. What was
That was
that, Miss
terrible.
woo
Kara?
woo woo. How's it? That
That
Okay,
was
two
terrible.
punch up.
Like her hands are just there. Like why your fingers ain't bent like in his like you supposed to be grabbing this man. That was not just don't even give it. If y'all can't make it look real, don't do it, okay? Just make it look real. That's my whole thing.
She was like, I don't want this man on me with no shirt. That's what she was saying.
But girl,
Get him
he's supposed to
off
be
me.
grabbing that man.
And look at she got a whole nightgown or whatever on, house coat or something. Look at her.
It's a whole house coat.
It was a nightgown, honey.
That was what you cooked.
That's their
breakfast
version of
with.
a nightgown.
Oh, okay. Moo something.
Go ahead, Mom.
Something.
I'm sorry. I just had
It's
to say
okay. I know. We was gonna talk about it.
I mean, only because that top corner picture, you could see she's still
Yeah.
like. I just noticed, like, oh, she still got clothes on. I know it was
Yeah, she
bad,
still
but
got her. I mean, they ain't freaking like butt naked freaking. Like she older. They older now.
so just slide
Well,
it to the side.
then again, she probably doing the same thing back in the day. But
I hope not.
she gives that, Miss Kara. Sorry.
And she
Candy.
probably
She
give that because of how he is. So that's probably why.
oh,
I'm
Yeah,
not going
that's
to give you
true.
no effort. Then I'm
right.
not going to give you nothing.
Who knows? But we also this is the day of the funeral for Mr. Earl. And you see what Richmond and Clarice doing. And she get a phone call. And she keeps saying hello.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Hey Barbara, this is Shirley. But no. But hello. She gets a hello. And nobody's saying nothing. And then she kind of know what it was because you can tell by her face expression when nobody was saying nothing. And then she hung up. And she already know what it is. And then we also get a scene with Barbara Jean and her husband Lester, who's an old man. Look like he's 20 years older than her, but whatever. We also get a scene of them talking. Well, first we get a scene of Odette and Barbara Jean talking about the funeral service, how it should go. Somebody should be singing or playing or something. You know, they talking smack about and she talking, Odette is talking smack about Richmond, about his discretions and stuff like that, and Clarice and what they got going on. And Barbara Jean is at this ledge. I don't know what it is, but it's where a picture of a little boy and alcohol. So she is struggling. When she was grabbing the alcohol and she had to pause, it let me know that she was struggling with sobriety and alcohol. So that let me know off the back. I don't know about y'all, but they let me know that. But I just didn't know why. Yeah. Why she was drinking. I just thought it was like due to I guess her childhood. I don't know. But we found out later why.
Yeah, I thought it was her because her mother, after she was born, her mother had a bottle up to her mouth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
so I thought it was like, what is it called? Like when it's
fetal alcohol syndrome.
Like when your family, like it's through the,
it passed down to your
from generation to generation. I just figured she was doing, and it could still be that along with
addiction running in the family.
Things. Yeah, it still could be. But I don't understand who that old man was, and I'm like,
that's what I said. Like he like 20 years. It's giving 15, 20
that
years
was her husband. That was her boo thing.
We found that out, but I didn't know who that was. I thought it was like
She's
Her
like, who is
daddy.
this
Like,
Like,
old lady?
oh, you found your daddy. Oh, that's all he
Not
said.
seeing
oh,
you.
okay. Yeah. Cause no. What is this? What is even
What is
this?
this? Like, oh, you got your daddy. But no, it's her husband. He's 15, 20 years older than her, I think. They really didn't say how much. So
I'm gonna say more than that.
damn.
I'm gonna say
And
25.
he came and check up on her because he see her struggling. And he knows why. We don't know quite why. We could have guessed, but we didn't really know why at that moment. And he just talking her through it, and he proud of her for not taking a sip, you know. And she's really struggling with it. And then we get to the what they call repast. Um,
Mhm.
after Mr. Earl funeral, I guess this the Mr. Earl house. It got to be because it looked like it. And you see food, and you see everybody standing around talking and drinking something, and they talk about Mr. Earl, how he would be missed and stuff like that. And then I almost call him Charles. Richmond was looking at a picture about how I'm sorry y'all, but it's kind of similar in a little bit, but anyway, but how Mr. Earl, how he was with the ladies and how he got some art on the wall. It was just a weird conversation all the way through, and then this light was flickering, and
I
old
didn't
man,
think that was going there.
right, old man Lester said, "Let me go." Because the light was messing with Barbara Jean. She's like, this light getting on my nerves, keep flicking. He said, let me go check it out. And mind you, he walking on a cane, y'all. He said, let me go check it out. And he hopped and limped his way
I thought
over
it was
there.
gonna be something with like spirits. Like there's gonna be like, oh, Earl's in the light. I don't know. Not this.
Right.
I'm sorry. I laughed.
Yes, I can't believe you laughed. I ain't laugh at that part. I was like, what? Not you crow at the funeral for what
That-
you trying to do?
Yep.
I'm like, we just left the funeral, now we gotta do another.
Kid, you try to hold it.
It was just crazy. Him getting
It didn't go
electrocuted.
to. Yeah, like shit. Miss
I didn't
Minnie.
think I didn't think he was gonna die either. I was like, oh, all right, he's a little
I
zap zap.
saw
He'll be
that.
all
He said,
right.
"Let me go see what I can do." What you can do? You on a cane, sir? Do you even know how to do that? He said it might need a bulb change. And I'm like, that
I
don't
thought
look
it
like
was
it.
gonna be a bulb too, which he was gonna unplug it out the wall, change the bulbs, if
That
it
looked
then
like
plug it
that
back
thing looked
in.
like it needed more than a bulb. It looked like it was,
Well,
and it
Listen,
was
it need to
flickering
be
already. So
unplugged.
yes, the unplug part was key. It's crucial.
Yeah, unplugged. Just leave it
yeah,
alone.
unplug it before you trying to change the bulb. That's what you should have did.
Yeah.
I don't
If
know
it's
what he was
flickering
trying
and
to do,
carrying
but
on,
we just heard the then. Oh,
and
everybody just
sometimes you gotta unplug it or turn it off just to have the bulb cool down enough to change it anyway. Because ain't don't the bulb be a little warm?
What
Okay,
was the
maybe not.
sound, Mo?
No, I
What
don't
was
do
it?
it. No.
he goes,
No.
and then it was like, oh no! Then you heard a thump, and then people gathering around, and they're like, Lester, and then she breaking down crying because, mind
Her
you,
daddy done gone.
Earl was like a daddy to her, a daddy figure to her,
Mhm.
and we just left his funeral, and then now my husband.
No, her daddy gone. That man.
Oh yeah, her daddy gone. Yeah, her daddy gone. I got it now.
Listen, I laughed. I
Barbara Jean had
did.
a lot of loss.
Hey,
Hey.
the Wall Studios. Yeah, make sure y'all check her out.
Bly.
She's a YouTuber. She loves horror, but she also do cover other things as well. So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
and
I
yeah,
laughed. I did.
I can't believe you laugh,
I
yo.
laughed. That's
Candy,
like,
Candy is one of those.
I wanted to see him shivering and shake. I needed to see him do that's what I needed to see. I need to see him doing all that and then croak. I need to
You
see
want
We
to
that.
see
just
him
saw him
Harlem
on the
shaking,
ground. We didn't see what he was trying to do. That was the crazy part. We
I
just
need
heard
to
it,
see.
and then
broken
he just
glass.
Yeah.
yeah, then we heard the glass and the thump and stuff like that, and people
you
gather around, and yeah,
leave
he
people
lost.
stuff alone. These people, other people's house. You don't go in there try to do something at somebody else's house.
He trying
Leave
to
that
make
alone.
himself useful.
That turn around. You ain't got to look at the light. Turn around.
You know how
I'm sorry.
mature people get when they want to feel useful, like a man.
Ah.
But yeah, so Mr.
I
Lester
Mm-mm.
can't.
is gone, child. Gone.
and, and it
For
Poor
probably
Barbara
real.
bothered her because
Jean.
she was drunk.
Who was drunk?
So now like Barbara Jean.
I thought she wasn't
Barbara.
drinking. That's why
She
she
wasn't
was.
drinking.
Baby,
She
she's
was
She
alcoholic.
struggling.
definitely drunk after that.
Yeah, after that.
She was struggling. Not she, and he said,
Listen,
"I was proud of you for not taking a sip." But
listen.
child,
She, well, maybe that's why it bothered. That's why I like what bothered her because she wasn't drunk, did shit. I don't know, but I'm telling you
yes,
what,
it
it was funny
was.
to me. I told you I laughed about it just about all this movie. I did. I laughed.
I thought you said it had you in your feelings. Now you
Well, it
saying it's a
did. I'm
comedy.
sorry, it did. It did. But when I wasn't crying, I was laughing. This made me laugh.
It made you laugh.
Yeah, that made me laugh.
I
Cause
laugh on the other part, but I ain't laugh on this part. I'm like,
he
dang.
had no business going over there bothering people's stuff.
Yeah, I ain't
That
laugh
Miss
with this
Minnie
part
house.
either. I was like, oh, but I ain't like I said, I didn't think he was gonna pass away. I was like, oh, a little zip zap, he'd be all right. No, 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 no.
Not
Nah.
a zip zap.
It's
Yeah.
He
like
had
a
a business
double.
bothering
It's
Miss Minnie Light. Miss Minnie knew that's Miss Minnie. That's Miss Minnie Light. That was some spirits coming in here. In there, y'all know what
not
was
the
going
I,
on.
spirits
well,
coming
that's what
in
I thought
on
they was
this.
gonna say. Since the light was flashing, you know how sometimes I
She
thought
was
that's the
calling them.
direction we were going with, but no.
She was calling them in there.
Child,
Let me stop.
no,
Move on
but
to the next thing.
That was Earl in the light trying to spell mini. Mini did it. M-I.
Did it? I
no,
Count the
but
blanks.
I just felt. I'm not gonna lie. I did kind of feel bad for Barbara Jean because, like I said, she did lose a father figure of Mr. Earl,
Mm-hmm.
and then you lose your
Husband.
daddy husband on the same day of the funeral. It
Yeah.
just,
that was a
yes,
lot.
yes, Fifth Walls, it is. Death at a
Thank you,
funeral.
Kendall.
That's crazy.
That's just candy.
No,
Kendall.
I wanted to see him with his hand on there. That's what
Right,
I
at
wanted to see.
least to see what
I
happened.
wanted
Like,
to see
how did that
that.
happen?
That's what I
Like,
wanted
how
to
did
see.
it happen? But I
Yeah.
guess.
Leave people
And
stuff
then we get
alone.
a flashback to 19, I want to say 68. And we see a young Lester because we never saw him in the flashback. So this is the first time we see a young Lester, but he really not young. He is still older than them, but I don't know how much because he called himself an old man when he was talking to Barbara Jean. It was just I don't know, just I don't
He ain't
know.
look that much older than him there.
You don't think so?
He looked like they
No.
He
daddy.
got his own car and
Man,
stuff. He got his
please.
own stuff happening, so they still look like they high school, college age, like college
I
age
guess.
kids,
He
and
looked elderly. No, ma'am.
He do
yeah, he
not look
look elderly.
candy. He don't look
That
elderly
man, like he
there.
almost finna cash in on his need to cash
Right
on
here,
his Social Security.
Candy. Not right here.
He looks old. Yes, he looks older than the home than Richard
Richmond
and
and
Richmond and the other man.
James.
Yes, thank you. Yes, yes, he got them by at least 15 years. He
Okay.
looks old. He looks very mature. His face
He looks
shiny.
mature, but I
Yeah.
didn't think he was that much older than him. So we saw him first when he passed away.
Mm-mm.
I was like, yeah, okay, he old. But this I was like, oh, but yeah, okay.
He looks old, and I'm sorry.
right? And
He called himself an old man, so yeah. I know you probably think I'm an old man. No,
Ish. She just want to be nice to him.
she didn't want that man though.
yeah, so he was really smiling in her face, and he's showing off his car and stuff. And then we get a scene of this white boy is chasing down some black boys while he's in his car. Like, here we go. What's his name? It's Ray brother, Ray, aka Chick.
I can't remember his
Desmond.
brother name.
Desmond, yeah,
Oh,
thank
okay.
you. Desmond Carson, I want to say Desmond Carson, running down these black boys, and he just being a menace,
Literally,
like
literally running.
in his car. So
Just for
that was just
sport.
just for sport. I mean, I'm like, what kind of neighborhood is
Yeah.
this? Is this the black neighborhood?
And you doing
What's
this in the
going on?
city limits, like not, you know, you doing this in the middle of town, sir. What you got? What is going on with you?
He don't care.
These are
So we
drunk
we
too.
we got introduced to the town menace, racist menace.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So Desmond, Ray, Deadman, whatever his name, Ray
Mm-hmm.
brother. And then we also, Dad called the girls into the Earl restaurant because he got a new busboy, which
Mm-hmm.
is Ray, aka Chick, who is the brother of this racist, and white and blue eyes. So they
Mm-hmm.
like looking in awe over him, and then they guys across the way looking like, what the heck is going on?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
y'all mesmerized by a white boy with blue eyes?
He
And
was cute. I guess
yeah,
to
he's
them.
cute. Right, so a white boy. And then um one of the customers asked Mr. Earl, like, I mean Ray, is he like his brother?
Mm.
With the whole racist and stuff. So we see hold on a second.
Hmm.
Yeah. He was. You could tell he wasn't like his brother. Once they brought it
Hmm.
up, you could tell he was not like his brother. You could tell he was very calm and reserved and more shy and
Yeah, if he was, he wouldn't have been trying to work there.
right. He was real shy. And he didn't mind being around black people, of course.
Hmm.
So I did appreciate the difference, them showing the difference of, you know, how one can be very super racist and
Right.
out front with it, and then one that does not mind being around and working with, and then liking one of the Supreme. So I did appreciate them
Hmm.
showing that part to us. I just didn't like the way they was hollering and screaming and running. Come here, come here, come here, come here. I'm like, what? Why are we doing that? What is this? What is
You know,
this?
when it's like the new person in town or the new person, you gotta do your little cat calling and be silly.
Mm-hmm.
And they young girls, so I thought it was something
They
else
all
till we
got
saw them, and I was
boyfriends,
like,
girl, but they got
yeah,
boyfriends though.
that's
Hey
true.
Inga,
Well, look, now,
how
I don't know
you
about Barbara Jean,
doing?
because
Listen,
Barbara Jean didn't want that man.
she ain't want old man.
Barbara Jean
No,
was
she
sneaking to
wanted
go see her some chick.
right. She wanted Ray. What's his
Hmm.
name? And his name Ray. She wanted
I think
him.
so.
Yeah,
Hmm.
look tender on it. But yeah, I did appreciate them showing the difference, you know, in between of the two
Yep.
brothers and how they could be raised. I guess in the same house. I guess I don't know, but
Yeah.
how one is just evil, like and don't mind showing it, and I like that. How showing that he really didn't
Yeah,
mind
he,
one from
he
the
was
other.
more like the dad, like he was just drinking and just racist, and then this one
Mm-hmm.
was like just trying to live his little life.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Yeah.
they said that's why they gave him the name because he was like living in a chicken coop or something like that or
Hmm.
sleeping in a I
Yeah,
was
they
like,
call him
oh
Chick because he
Lord.
had the chicken feathers. But then I'm glad they didn't because the guys were picking at him because he had the
Knocking stuff
feathers and
over.
then knocking stuff over because he was nervous. Like they was being jerks. But I did appreciate
But Mr.
them.
Earl was taking everybody in, taking all
Yeah,
of the
like
people
I said,
having
I like the
problems.
positive father figure that Mr. Earl was because he
Hmm.
didn't mind helping anybody that
Needed
needed
help.
it and wanted it, and
Hmm.
wanted to help. Because he was living in his daggum stock room. Like, come on,
Yeah, Shayna. Gotta
you
get
know.
on Hulu.
Yeah, you do, Shayna. But I think after this is when we see the ladies talking to Clarice, and she was saying that she didn't take the recording, doing the recording
Oh,
contract and whatnot. She
yeah.
didn't take the recording because who's going to take care of the kid? Me and Richmond's
I
kid.
thought she was gonna say She was pregnant and then she never did.
Girl, right. She never did go there. She was just saying that she who gonna take care of our
Like
kids.
when we
Like,
have kids, I'm like, oh, she pregnant. You not you no?
girl,
Okay.
go. He doing him, clearly doing
She
him.
had to be like, because there was no way that you're going to give up something based upon a future. That's why I was like, she got it.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, why are we doing this? I didn't like that. But I'm glad the
I
girls
feel
had
like
her
she was
back.
just trying to really keep an eye on him from them women. I feel like that's what she was
Hmm.
really,
Yeah, we know
really
that
trying
didn't
to
work.
do.
That didn't work because he kept his life. He did what he wanted to do. He went on ahead about his life. And
Yeah,
that's
but his
it.
life didn't turn out how he thought it was going to
No,
either.
it
That's
didn't.
why he was running them women down.
Because he wasn't focused on what he should have been focused on.
Hmm.
Because he really in public, he was doing stuff in public in front of her and didn't
Yep.
care like when it was at the
Always
party.
smiling in somebody's
And then
face.
yes. And then I think the girls was like, even with the ring on, it still's not keeping him from
That was
doing
Odette.
X, Z. Yeah. Well, you know, Odette don't mind saying what she got to say. You know, she gonna speak her piece. But
Hmm.
I like her as a friend because she is very much needed because she lets them know, you know, like no.
I was mad at Clarice and Odette both because Clarice gave up her dream to chase this man,
Mm-hmm.
and Odette never took the exam
Yeah.
because I
She
forgot what
never
happened.
even went.
I forgot what happened on that day, but I'd be like, whatever it
That's the
was
day
had to
Barbara
wait.
Jean popped up pregnant, child. She told
Look,
them that she was pregnant,
she'd
and
have
it
been
was like,
pregnant
yeah,
tomorrow. Let me go take this test.
right. We'll holler at you tomorrow. You still be here.
Exactly. You still gonna be crying. We still gonna try to figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hi,
Mm-hmm.
Inga. Hey,
Hey,
Shayna.
hey.
Shayna. Barbara
Yes,
Jean
Barbara.
Miss. She had nothing
Mhm.
but trauma in her life.
Yes,
She
lots of
was.
it.
She was so pissed off Clarice gave up her dreams for Richard. Yes.
You too,
And then
Kendall.
for that to be what you say, like out of your mouth, girl, no. And then you talking about kids that you not even
Did they
we don't know that you're
they didn't
pregnant.
ever show us kids? Because, like I said, I was swore she was pregnant, but then I don't ever remember seeing
I don't
kids.
ever remember even seeing or hearing about her and them about them having kids. You know what? At the end, when they got older, at the time when she was like ready to leave or whatnot, she
Mm-hmm.
says, I think they did say something about kids or whatnot. I think maybe so.
Oh,
But
okay. She
moment
just
in
wanted to chase
time,
that man.
at this moment in time, whether if she was pregnant, they didn't tell us that, and it really
No.
made it not mesh, like it didn't go together. Like, why are we discussing something that may you might not ever be able to have kids? So why are
Yeah, that was weird to me. That's why I thought that's what they were gonna
that's
say.
crazy to me? Like, why are we having this conversation if you're not expecting? Come to find out, Barbara Jean hot behind is expecting, you know,
She's
and
sneaking over in a chicken coop with
wasn't she
Ray.
with Debo in Debo chicken coop? Yeah, but then they trauma bonded over their scars.
Yep.
I think his brother hit him
His
with
brother, dad.
yeah, and then she said her mom hit her with the belt buckle because she was so drunk she thought she grabbed the other end of the belt. I said, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, like,
Abuse,
ooh,
abuse.
ooh. Yeah. Lester, who is Lester? Lester is the old
The old
man.
man. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Lester was good, but he was definitely old. He was
He was
definitely
there. He
old.
was there for her.
He was. He took that baby. He took that
He
baby.
sure
He took
did,
the
because
baby in,
that's a
and
huge.
yeah, he took that baby, and it. I'm not gonna ever say it never came up that it wouldn't. You know how people want to bring up old stuff, but it seemed like he never made it an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Mm-hmm.
wanted his Barbie. He loved Barbie, so he
Yeah,
took
because
that
even when
baby.
what happened with the little boy, he was like, "That's my boy." I was like,
Yep,
"Mm."
yep.
And then I was laughing because the boy had some color to him because I just knew between Barbara Jean being as light as she was and Ray that the boy was gonna be like real super duper light, but they didn't do that. I was like, okay, y'all playing games, but we'll let you have it. Like how
And
he's
then
so brown, but I guess genetics.
yeah, but and then later on, it's when we have what's the name? Odette and what's the man name? Jesus, Mackay Pfeiffer.
James.
James. He's showing her how to shoot a pow
Mm-hmm.
and they get a little, little kissy kiss and she's very good at pow powing.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. But I'm like, that seems like Odette's MO. Like she would be
That's right
down for
in her
anything like
wheelhouse.
that. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, Lester just loved Barbara Jean regardless. He did love Barbara Jean. He did.
You
He did.
did.
Yeah, he really did. Um, and then after they share their little intimate moment, I think that's when Barbara Jean and Chick become intimate, and for the first time, I ain't gonna say for their first
That
time.
we
I
saw.
don't know.
I was gonna say that we saw.
For their first time that we saw, and on that little cot in the storage unit.
Not on the cot. Oh
Jesus
God,
Christ.
that's a good man. So James was too, and I'm glad she took a chance on him because the way he wasn't stuttering, but the way he wasn't saying nothing at the beginning, she could
Yeah,
have wrote that man off, and
he was
she
irking my
stuck
nerves.
beside him.
Yeah, he was irking my nerves. I'm like, why is he so mute? Like, sir. But I guess that was
I'm
just him. He's a real shy.
surprised he didn't get her to take that test.
Yeah, yeah. But he did. Okay, so now we're at the part where he sent the stethoscope to the house, and the mom was telling her, like, you better go catch this bus and this, that,
Yeah,
and the third. And he gave her the stethoscope, but she didn't. She got a phone call and really did not want to go uh take the test. For I
she was
forgot how
just
many hours
scared.
away
She
it
should.
was, but she didn't want to because Barbara Jean was pregnant and
She
they
was
were
scared. She should have. She
scared.
didn't even know
So
that. She should have took that test. Whatever it
mhm.
was going to be there the next day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
But then they said, "Oh, because I remember when they was arguing at the end, she was saying
mm,
all those years and you never took the test." I was like, "Oh my god."
yep, she never took the test. So what I wonder what she did, what her career was. If they ever she was like a
She worked at a.
housekeeper or something, right?
I
She
thought
was
she
a
worked at
lunch.
a.
She was a lunch lady.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay, 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 okay. I just know I saw her with the smock on when she revealed to James that she had, we'll get to that later, but I didn't know what she was doing. But we just going through the rest of the episode. We had the part where Barbara Jean stops Odette from, well, she doesn't stop her, but Odette doesn't go take her test because they find out that Barbara Jean is expecting. And,
Oh yeah, and Jane sent over a gift of the stethoscope,
the
and
stethoscope, yeah. And I thought that was
and
really, really sweet of him. That's why I was like, I like that
It
positive
was because them
unit.
stethoscopes be expensive too.
okay.
Hero.
My
Hey,
In today's
my
time,
sister in
yeah,
law's a
today's
PA. They
time,
yeah,
expensive.
yeah.
yeah,
My
today's
sister,
time, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
What's
yeah.
that?
But I'm just saying, like, this kid just saying that was funny. Like, it's expensive. But once he saw that she can shoot a pow pow. Yeah, let me get you a stethoscope because listen, my girl own it. She got it.
Yeah,
She got an eye
Barbara Jean.
for it,
Yeah,
and she gonna have an ear for listen to the people heart.
I
Hmm.
don't have no more slides, y'all. So this is where we end at. But we
Oh,
still gonna
okay.
talk about it.
Yeah.
We know
We
that
was talking
Barbara
through it.
Jean and Ray was
Shit.
getting a
Hmm.
swirl on,
Mm-hmm.
and and now she's expecting. I'm like, girl, what you expect? Your
Child.
mama must have not. Child, your
No,
mama
her mama
failed you.
didn't.
Your
She should
mama
have learned
failed
from
you.
her mama. They didn't. She should know who her daddy was. Like, what? Come on now. One plus
Right.
one equals two.
You don't know how sex
Mm-hmm.
work.
Get you a book. Ask
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
somebody.
behaving myself. Ginger
Mm-mm-mm.
snap. Yeah, so she is expecting and she don't know what to do. And
Mm-hmm.
when she is finding out she's with child, she beating up herself because she thinking about her mom. It's like
Hmm.
mirroring her mom behavior, and well, you
It's
kind
a
of
little
different, boo,
different, but
because your mama
yeah.
your mama had multiple men at the bar at the
Laying it
thing,
low and
questioning
spreading
Four.
and
wide.
bragging about that they having no child. So you a little
Okay.
different, but I get
Girl.
what
A
you're
lot of
saying.
bit
Like,
different.
Mm-mm.
for as
Because your mama
I
had
get
one
what she's
baby and you
saying.
had one baby. Okay.
All
Right,
right.
right. That's on it.
But
Never
she
heard.
just, her mama had a
Just
lot of
because you had poor Lester
politics.
waiting over in the wings with his Medicaid and his AARP.
Oh.
Child on wait. Uh,
He
Oh.
said, "I'm gonna stick beside her."
I'm gonna stick
Yeah,
beside her.
she was crying, and she came into because she never told Ray or Chick, whatever you
Mm-mm.
want to call him.
She didn't get a
We
chance
never
to tell
knew.
him.
Did she really want to? I think she had a chance to. I'm not even gonna get her that excuse. She had a chance to tell that man over that boy.
Well, she got scared because of what
Brother.
happened when her yeah, she got scared. So it was like, oh, we
She should have told him before that. If y'all was running, I mean,
And they was talking about eliminating the child, and then religion.
yeah.
You know
But he
how
don't. But he didn't know nothing about it though.
yeah, he ain't know nothing about it. But
Mm-mm.
she told Lester though. She was opening with Lester. She was crying because he came into. I'm like, why that door unlock? It's closed. How that door unlock? He just walked in. It's just some questions in
Right?
his
because
How
they live
she
in
head.
the
walk
live in
in?
the they live in the back, like you
No, because I
said.
think the restaurant is front of the house or connected to
Yeah.
the house some way. Because she already there and he coming through the front door. I'm like,
But she went
I
through the
think
front door too, didn't she? Oh no.
I think she got a
I,
key. She
yeah,
should
So
have a
hold a
key.
minute. You saying his house is connected to the daggone restaurant?
that's what we
That's
think.
what it's given.
Oh
Either that or it's
wow.
like next door, like
Door or something. It's like
behind it. It ain't.
it's really
It's
close.
Okay.
because it's a whole house. It's not like they live on top of the restaurant.
Because I thought she was.
Right.
It's
I
a
thought she
whole
walked through the
house.
front door. I know she was trying to get ready to go out, but Lester came in.
She was in a
So
restaurant though. She wasn't in the
yeah,
She
but I
was
thought
house.
she
already
was
in the
walking out of
restaurant.
the restaurant. I
No,
mean,
she was
I
sitting
thought she walked.
down.
I thought she walked
I
in
think
the restaurant
I thought she was walking into the space of the restaurant where you can have with
in the
all the
back.
seats and
Yeah, I
stuff
thought
at.
she walked in and
I
sat
don't
down,
know.
and then he came in.
I thought she walked through the front
Yeah,
door,
she probably
y'all,
didn't
through the
lock the
front
door
of the
behind her,
restaurant.
Kendall.
Yeah.
Hmm
We gonna go with that. And he
Mm-hmm.
walked
But
in behind her.
I guess she got a key to the restaurant. Okay.
I'm like, how he know she there? Like, was he stalking her, Lester? Like, he popped in on her and
He
he see
probably
that
know where
she's
she
upset.
be at.
Cause they probably was supposed to be together, and she over there sleeping with the chicken man.
But he probably knows that she's been dealing with
The
him.
chicken man.
And if she's not at home and I tap on her window how I normally tap or whatever, let me go
And she
see where
don't
she
answer.
maybe
Yeah.
because she's at, maybe he knows that what she's doing because he automatically went to like I think he mentioned Ray and then he mentioned like, well, that could be that'll be our baby or whatever. It seemed like he knew that she was dealing with Ray. Like he knew 100%
Yeah, he
that she was
called her
dealing with him.
out. He like, do you
Yeah.
love him? He said, do you
Yeah.
love him? He
Cause
said,
she
do
was
you love him?
always tipping back there. She supposed to be with
He
Lester. And she
already know.
tipping in the
He's a
back.
grown man. He been there, done that. He a grown man. He a whole
Listen,
grown man.
he probably got two ex-wives, but go ahead. I swear
Okay, that's what I'm saying. He's a whole grown man and he know
Two
the game.
ex-wives.
My thing is, why you so thirsty for Barbara Jean? He said, I
she's
just
a
want to spend
Barbie.
time with you and I'll be there for the baby, for our baby.
Yeah, because
You
that's a
want to
lot for a
tell
man to
I'm
take
like,
on. They don't be trying to claim their own, much less somebody else's.
Hello.
But there you go.
Because he can
I'm like,
grow up. He can raise her up the way he
yeah,
wants her to
it
be.
sounds like a good man, but what you got going on that you willing to
Mm-hmm.
get someone this young and who got caught up and she
Though they
was
ain't
messing
never tell
around
us
with
that
this
he
guy?
was doing nothing crazy.
Mm.
He
He
ain't
growed
stayed.
up.
He ain't been on screen long enough, so
Mm-mm.
That's how they did poor
We
Lester.
just,
They ain't care
we
about
just
poor
know at
Lester. Just took
the
him
end, we
out.
just
they
know
said
he
this
was
is
about.
Lester and this is what he was, and now he gone.
We just knew
It's
Lester
like
came
show and
as
tell.
a young old man. And when he died, he was a old man.
But
That's
he
all
was
we know.
nice to and good to Barbara Jean for
Yeah, he gave her a good life. He did. From what it
making
looks like.
her a upstanding woman, make her an honest woman when you know that child really not his. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Lester, stand up.
Yes, Lester, stand up, Lester, stand up.
But
Good man, Savannah.
But after the Barbara Jean part, we find out Odette is on the couch having hot flashes, child, or what we thought is hot flashes.
yes, and she to the doctor. She I guess it's a friend doctor because they keep calling him by his first name. They must have grew up together or something.
Mm-hmm.
No, for real, because they keep calling
Yeah.
him by his name. And he said, and she's like, oh, is this menopause or whatever? She just talking, out loud stuff. So, and he was like, no, it's not menopause. It's non Hodgkin's. What's this? What you saying?
Like lipoma. Like
Non
I don't know how to say the
non
word.
Hodgkin lymphoma
Yeah,
cancer or
lymphoma.
something.
Yeah.
And it's like a blood cancer or something like that. Something like that.
Mm-mm.
And he was just talking about treatment, the plan and stuff, and then it's like tuned out, and she just like say what now? She zoned
Mm-hmm.
out as he was like, "This is what we got going on." Da, 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 da. I think this is still '99 because this got to be the same year that Mr. Earl that they still in '99. So
Yeah, it couldn't be far from it.
Yeah, she had a blank
yeah,
stare on her face, and the camera was just panning in on her,
I'm
and
like,
her
what
face was
was the
so
cancer treatment was like in '99? I don't
straight
know.
She
up
had
chemo,
99
chemo,
straight up
right?
chemo.
Mm-hmm.
and nothing else. Okay,
Mm, mm,
and nothing else.
They having
Oh
advancements
yeah,
from that
in the
now.
medicine, the cancer
mhm.
medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So what else? And then she said she don't want to tell nobody.
She didn't even want to tell James. Poor
She
Mhm.
didn't
James.
want to tell
Cause he
Jane.
can't handle when
She
she have a cold, and I clear
yeah,
men can't.
that
They
was she
can't
said.
He
take.
can't, but he knew
They
anyway.
cannot. They cannot. They can't. They can't handle it, Lord Jesus.
Yeah,
He
so she
knew
told the
anyway.
doctor that she don't want to tell nobody. She want to keep it,
Hmm.
at
She keep
bay.
it to
So
herself.
and then she went on a walk by the water, some trees, and then guess this older white man, good looking white man. It was Ray, aka Chick, and then or
Chick.
that say Chick, and then he walked up to her and he said, "Oh, that," and then they hugged, and she was excited to see him. I guess
Mm-hmm.
she really does like Ray, um, and she was just glad to see a familiar face, I guess,
I
after
think she
hearing
liked
that
Ray. I think
name.
she just didn't want Ray to be with Barbara Jean.
Yeah, especially at that time, because you know what time
Mm-hmm.
it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got a crazy brother too. Uh-uh.
Super crazy.
Super crazy. So he was just saying how he's at the university in charge of research project. I guess he got something to do with animals or nature or
Yeah, with the
something,
birds.
the
Mm-hmm.
birds or something. And then he said he was in Oregon. And cause she's like, oh, that's where you've been hiding all this time. So he was in Oregon. So now he's back at the university working. Looking at being one with nature, I guess. Of being a researcher or dealing with these birds or something. So he at the university. It's good to see him, and Odette did tell him like you should stay low key. He did like she
Yeah.
didn't want to
Rock
tell
the boat.
Barbara Jean that he's in town, that he's here.
The chicken man is bird watching.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then we get a flashback scene of um Ray and Barbara Jean, and Ray is like about to approach his brother's house, like trying to
Mm-hmm.
get some money so they can run away or
That was such a
something.
bad idea.
And then he brought her with her. He
Tell her to
brought her
hide in the thing.
right
Oh, he
high in the
sleep. No, he in the thing
shed.
too.
Yeah, but I thought he probably thought he was in the house and not in the
Yeah,
shed.
he did. Cause what were you
Cause
doing in there? Just waiting for
yeah,
her?
it was
Like,
just weird. He probably heard them walk up. He probably heard them talking, so he like dipped into like see
yeah.
what people was going on. Then as
Lucky she
Ray
could
went into the house and
hold
she's
her
in the
own.
shed, and then he popped out of nowhere and
Mm-hmm.
talking about he messing around with that ninja pussy. Now I'm
Mm.
like, oh, this
Lucky
about
she
to
could
go
hold her
bad.
own and she got away because Ray
Yeah,
was
she
taking too
smacked the
long.
mess out of him and kneed him in the junk and
Mm-hmm.
ran for dear life. And then she hid somewhere, and then he talked about he was chasing her and got in his truck to
Mm-hmm.
find her, chase her down. So, and then Ray came out, and she like, this is
This
not
ain't
going.
it.
This ain't it, right? This is not gonna work. Okay, basically, this is not gonna work, sir. This is not gonna work out. So we are not running nowhere together. Okay. So this part did come before Lester came to the restaurant, I guess, because we kind of went backwards. But we going off memory.
Yeah. We was going off memory.
So
And
forgive us.
Candy was doing better than I was doing because we would have been all the way at the end of the movie. Okay.
That part. So
Hit in
I
everywhere.
appreciate y'all, but yeah. So y'all was just hitting on the parts, but then we also get a scene, and they keep going back and forth from past to present, which really kills me. But when you get to the end, it ties everything together, I guess.
Yeah.
We see Clarice at the piano playing. Seem like she has some regret
As she
and
should.
having some regrets and think about her relationship with Richmond, aka Charles,
Charles.
to Pump Chuck. And we see like it's like a montage, and we get Odette talking as she playing this piano about how Barbara Jean is like drinking now after losing her daddy husband Lester, and all the stuff that happened in the past with
Stop
her
calling
and stuff.
it.
What you want me to call it? Yeah.
Hmm.
So she's like drinking her heartache away, I should say is. And then
Yeah,
she
like they were
also,
saying earlier, that lady had a whole bunch of trauma in her life since birth.
yeah,
Yeah, she
it
was born
sucks.
into it. Problems.
And then she was just saying how Clarice heart is taking the ass whooping. And we also see a scene where Clarice is going through Richmond's bag, unpacking his bag, and then he got like lipstick all around his boxer in the private part area.
I know you lying, Richmond. I know you lying.
Okay.
You should have just thrown those in the trash. You know you don't
Yeah.
unpack your bags. You just ain't no good.
That was real
Sorry.
rusty of him. That was real rusty, nasty, and disgusting. Like
I'm sorry, Kendall. Yes, it's
it
wild.
doesn't. It warrants death. That's all I can say.
Because you
Oh,
probably was at a hotel or something somewhere and you packed it back and you like, what? Just throw them in the
And
garbage.
and she probably
Throw 'em
did
out.
that after the fact. She probably took them in the bathroom and did that and then put them back in his bag because it probably wasn't like that before. Because I can't see now man being that stupid and
Yes, you
irresponsible.
can. Yes, Richmond can. Or his whole
yes.
life.
Well, but I guess because his wife ain't never did nothing to him, so maybe so. But that seems women don't be caring sometimes. They just do stupid stuff.
Yeah.
That was real
Uh,
rusty
That
though.
man was a football plair and he was
she
wilding out
better
from
than
his
me
from his early
because
days.
if I find no draws, he get approached quick, fast, in a hurry. He is
Listen.
gonna.
Yeah, I got a problem with holding back.
Oh, hello. Now I can hold something.
Some
I've
people
been
be
known to
like, I'm
hold
gonna wait and I'm gonna
something.
plan it out. I'll be like, no, it's
I'm gonna be
now.
like,
I can
if
hold
I'm
it.
gonna hold it, I'm gonna be like Regina King in This Christmas when he was in the shower and she moved all them rugs off the floor and put that baby oil on that floor and had that belt ready.
Classic.
Yeah, I
That's
can
the only
hold
time I'm gonna
something.
hold
I can
it.
hold something. Because I need to wait. I need to catch you. Yeah, I have held
And then even
for
Right.
when
the
she was
simplest thing.
calling the house and she was answering the phone
Why you calling my house? How you know
and
my
hanging
phone number?
up, and then he gonna be like, "Who was that?" No, but no,
Hey,
I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, your whole call on my phone."
Kendall, I'm
You know
with you,
what it is,
Kendall.
I'm saying thing, Ken. I was calling him Charles. I'm like,
because he
He
took another
Charles.
Charles
Charles.
He is
role.
Charles the whole time. Like, sir.
I'd be like, "Nah, I mean it's a good movie, but I can't do it. I can't be Charles again. Can I be James? Can y'all make me be
Right.
James?"
Something.
They was like, "No, you Charles, aka
I need to
Richmond."
play the good. I need to play the good husband.
Child,
I just come off a bad. I just come
Or
off a
Lester. I'd be like,
trilogy.
"Let me be Lester or something."
Yeah, let me be another man.
right.
Not the cheating man.
No, he said, "Give me 2 pump Chuck."
Okay.
Not too fun, Chuck. So we get a scene of um it's like a montage scene of they're going to getting her start her treatment, her chemo, and she going there by herself. And we see a scene of Barbara Jean drinking, looking in the mirror. And then we also get a cut to why is she drinking. We go back to 1977 where she has her son. What's his name? I forgot the boy name. That's that quick. And
I forgot the son's name too.
Mhm.
dang, it's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't get it out.
Okay.
But cute little boy.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked, can he go over to who house? Was
I
it
remember that. They
Clarice
let him.
house with the boys or something? Because somebody got boys, and he said he want to walk over there to go visit and play. And she said, as long as you stay on the. At first she said no, and then he was begging her, and then she's like, as long as you stay on the road or what have you, and no shortcuts. This boy did the shortcut. He did the opposite. I mean, why would he go alone? He was too young. He was just a baby.
Yeah, I didn't like him
Mhm.
He
going
did not
alone
like it.
because
I
it
don't care if
didn't
he
look
was
like it
standing
was
on the
across
road.
the
I don't
street.
care if he was standing on the road or not.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He should not. I don't care if it's broad. I don't care if it's broad daylight
Mhm.
or you have to stay on the road. I don't care. He should not be doing that by himself. He was
Mm-mm.
too young in my eyes. He was still a baby. He needed a chaperone. He needed adult supervision. But
Mhm.
I guess in certain towns, they feel like it's okay to let your kid walk, even though it's broad
And
daylight.
this
I
was
don't
back
care.
in '70s, so
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
maybe,
Yeah, I guess.
yeah,
I don't know.
But no,
yeah, but
it
not
was
with
during
this
the
fool.
times in the
Right. Well,
South.
yeah, yeah. Not with that fool running up and down the street with that truck. So no,
No,
they
so she
showed us
let
who
him
he
go,
was in the beginning.
and he took a shortcut through this like field or something. It was like
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
it looked like an old field, I should say. And it was a truck creeping up behind him, and he was just his little self was just a walking, and it got closer and
I'm like, run
closer.
into the trees, baby. Run into the tree.
He got little legs. I don't think he would have
I
made it, girl.
know.
But we was
I
running.
don't
I was hoping he like kind of
Child,
like
hurt my
zigzag or
heart.
run off or something,
Something.
but
I couldn't take it. Mm-mm,
I'm glad
mm-mm.
they didn't show it, baby, because
Listen.
he got mowed
Yeah,
down by
that's what Kendall said.
his uncle.
His uncle.
Like
Mm-hmm.
we know it's his
Nonetheless.
uncle, but they don't. Yeah. So I was like, oh Lord,
Mm,
that
mm,
just took
mm,
my little.
Adam? Was Adam the son's name?
Yes, I think it was Adam.
Okay.
mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, I think yes, thinking. Yeah. So Adam got mowed down by his
This
uncle,
part
but
sent me, okay?
Yeah.
It
That
sent
was one
me.
of the
and
crying parts.
we
Yes,
just
Jesus.
having a conversation, and then we get cut to the part when it's nighttime, man, y'all. I don't know how long that little boy was laying there. I don't know how
And she's
early he
probably
started to
thinking
walking.
she probably thought he was where he
I
was
don't know
supposed
how
to be.
long they took for her to alert her or somebody to find him. But
Yeah.
it was dark, and she
It
was
was
like,
dark.
"Get up, get up, get up!" And we saw his shoe was off, and then we saw Lester get the shoe put back on his feet. I ain't gonna lie, it teared me up. I was like,
Listen. I had to
"Yeah,
stop. I catch
Yeah,
this.
that was
I'll
like the
catch
worst
this
scene
movie
of
later.
the movie.
I
Yeah.
couldn't take it. Mm-mm. I couldn't take it.
yeah,
That's was like I
yeah,
take care of it myself. Uh-uh. I
yeah." It was
when
too.
Bob
That was
Jean
a
was with
heavy
that
scene.
baby, listen, the
She was like,
waterworks was
"Wake up,
going,
get
okay?
up." I'm like, "Child,
Yeah, this was
Mm-mm,
the worst scene of the
mm-mm,
whole movie.
mm-mm.
That's why I was like, what
Listen,
did I do to them to have me watching this movie? It just make me cry.
mm-mm. That was the second
I
time I was
know,
crying. I had nope.
right?"
I'll
So
come back later.
Not the baby.
I'll come back later. Yeah,
Yeah,
the waterworks was definitely going. I
listen.
definitely got teary eyed in that moment, and she's telling him to wake up, and
Hmm.
she's not
And I
really
wanted to
comforting
fight.
him at the moment.
When I came back to the I was ready to windmill. I'm like, we need to go. Are we looking for this man? We need to go
That's what
find him
Lester said
ASAP to the
too.
pronto. We need to go
Right.
find justice for little Lester. I
Lester
Hmm.
was
was, I mean,
upset.
Lester was getting upset. He was like, y'all need to do something. I'm like, what he gonna do?
Hmm.
He a black police officer. What he gonna
Yeah, I was
do?
gonna say he was yelling at James too. I think James was there,
Okay.
right?
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. So it's
Mm-mm.
just like he only can do so much. He said, "You better be careful what you say out here, because you still black
Mhm.
in these parts." But
He's like, you know
yeah,
who
that
did
was
it? Yeah, we know who did it.
yeah, know who did it. Yeah, but still,
That's sad. Oh, that's so sad. And it's sad that your MO is mowing down people. That's your
Of
MO.
color.
and
Yes,
then
Because
and
I
you
don't
are.
admitted
And
is really mowing down the kid is really low to me.
Yeah, like you do that, and that's your MO. They know who does this, and you do it when you be drinking. Like, sir, what is
Crazy.
why is he still alive? I guess it's the times. So, but still, listen.
Yeah, but we also
He didn't make it far past that though, right?
no. So we see why she drinks, and I'm surprised she hasn't gone into a mental hospital. So I guess I don't
That's
know.
probably because of the
I think
time.
I would have lost my mind. But
Oh, I would have been out of it. Yeah,
yeah,
hook
I
me
would
up
have
to
lost my mind.
Ivy.
Especially she didn't have no other kids to like, okay, I gotta kind of try to pick myself up for the other kids. Like that was my only one. I was been in a rocking somewhere in the corner.
I'll be like Mary J. Blige in prison song. She, she lost her mind. Her
Mm-hmm.
son went to juvie, and it was just a whole mess. And her
Cause
son father went to jail, and it was just a whole mess. It was just like all the odds are stacked up against you. It's keep knocking you down, and sometimes you don't want to get up,
mm-hmm.
and
Not easy.
not easy. So we cut to the scene present day of Odette coming home, I guess from work or from the treatment.
Treatment.
And her
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
husband is waiting and like, where you been? Like, I've been calling your job and stuff. She said, oh, we do that now? He said, I wouldn't have to be straight up with me
Hmm.
and stuff like that because she had to miss, I guess, a day because, it takes a long time for those treatments. And,
Mm-hmm.
she's trying to be lighthearted and joke about it and not really tell him what's up. And then she finally told him, and then he pat on his knee. She went, "Oh, James."
This was
Now,
another cry scene too.
and like
Listen, girl.
it's like she's trying to put up a brave front.
Hmm.
Like you don't have. It's okay to not be brave all the time. It's okay to be vulnerable, especially with your husband. It's okay.
Yeah,
It is
Mm-hmm.
okay. And then
yeah.
she ran into his lap and hugged him,
She
and
sat on
she
that
broke
knee and cried
down.
like a baby. Mm-hmm.
Baby, and I did too.
Mhm.
Listen, child.
I'm like, it's okay, Odette, to be vulnerable with your
And
husband,
it's okay
and
to
it's
not be
okay to
okay.
yeah, I would say it's okay not to be okay. She seemed like she
Hmm.
always got to be the brave one, like she said, the
Mm-hmm.
fearless one.
Yeah.
And it's okay
Because
to
she
be
was
scared as
raised just to
hell.
be strong. She was raised to be strong and to not show fear.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And which
So
is okay, but you still have to have that balance of
You need a
knowing
release.
when. You can't just be
right,
hard and tough all the time. Now you got to be able to let it go a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So she broke down in his arms. So
Hmm.
oh, this is we get another scene at the gentlemen's club with the girls, Odette, Clarice, and
Cherokee.
Barbara Jean. They want to
Ah,
confront Cherokee, and she got no Indian in her family. Anyway, uh,
they had a Jeep Cherokee.
right,
That's
Cherokee,
what she said. Seville and Tercel.
sales and stuff like that. And Barbara Jean was getting her the lowdown. She said about because she also worked at the hospital gift shop or some kind of gift shop.
Mm-hmm.
And they confronted her, and then Clarice hold up her finger like the wife. She grabbed the bottle like she was about to approach. She said, "You just sleep with people's husbands." I'm like, "Oh Lord, no!" And she was like putting the young lady on game, but she don't do the same thing like she did. She's trying to save her, even though she said it in a nasty way, rightfully so, because you are sleeping with this lady husband. And she said, "Was how long? 4 months? How long?"
Hmm. 4 months.
Okay,
Yeah.
4 months. So she was sleeping with this lady husband for 4 months. So I'm like, oh wow,
Too long.
yes,
4 months
but
too long.
4 months so long, and I bet she wasn't the only one. So we know
Yeah.
Richmond was sleeping around, and I'm sorry, I can't help it, but Richmond was, sleeping around. So, and they left, and that's the same girl from the same show, BMF.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Cherokee
she was. Her name was Angel, right?
Angel. Yeah, she was
Mm-hmm.
messing with
Meech.
Meech. Hmm
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I said, get to
Charles, you
be
messing with
Yeah.
your girl?
I'm like,
You
you
messing
got
with
the
your son,
same
girl?
role. I'm like, you got the same role. Don't let them typecast you, girl.
You kept
Oh, I know
messing with
work is
your
work.
messing with your boy daddy now. Like, come on
Yep.
now.
Keep it in the family.
Keeping in the family. I'm
Um,
weak.
mm, me too, Kendall. I was calling Cherokee
Mm-hmm.
Angel too.
Like,
Angel.
they go Angel, child.
I wanted to,
Same.
if Charles got a dance in a on the stage,
Not on the stage.
Uh-uh.
You got a
Like
private
she did to
dance.
me.
like she did me. We get a private. Did she rent it out?
Be the private dancer.
Dance
Dancing
of
for
a
money.
That girl ain't having no rented out and nothing. Messing with Richmond's old funky behind.
Yeah, so
He old and
so
funky.
Mm-hmm.
after Clarice shut her down and told her out about how Charles will do her in the future if she keep on messing with him. And I don't know who house they at, but they out and it's like some lights and they sitting outside talking and drinking or something. And I think this is where Odette told them about her diagnosis. And they really, was shocked and
Mm-hmm.
caught off guard, and they was already ready to. Clarice was already got the calendar like we're gonna be there for you and stuff like that. And then she's like, "Wait a minute, Odette, the strong one, the fearless one, like, wait, hold up." And
And yet more tears. Uh-huh.
yeah, and they was crying. I mean,
I was aggravated with y'all till we got to the end. Never gonna hold you.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
signed up for all this crying.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it
I
was very
mean,
much
it was a
real
good
life
mixture.
situations.
I did
Yeah.
cry. I did laugh.
No.
After Miss Minnie was
Laugh.
trying to do her little voodoo at Mr. Leon, Mr. At the restaurant, child.
He
Child.
said the repass
Eh,
2.0. She was like, I heard
Listen, she come in with the with the fan and the smoke, lady.
Not the fan in the smoke.
well,
Mm,
Veronica still.
yes.
Yeah.
Still holding on to that stuff. But she also told we get Odette tell them that she don't have to have a port put in her chest. They put that port.
Mm.
And how long she known and stuff like that. And they always wanted Odette to be, I guess, vulnerable with them because like she said, she's the fearless
Tough
one.
cookie.
Like
Mm-hmm.
and she always helping them. She said, "You always there for us. Now let us be there for you." So are y'all like the strong friend, or is y'all like an Odette, Clarice, or Barbara Jean, or a mixture? Who are y'all like the most? Because I'm like Odette and a little bit of Clarice mixed
Yeah.
together. For
Yeah, because I'll be the strong friend, but when it be time to be vulnerable, I'll be vulnerable. when it be time to be crying, I be
but
crying.
you gotta let your friend know because
Clarice
they
don't
be
really
like
be
caught
crying
off
like
guard.
that. Because she was
Yeah.
fronting too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like 70-30. Odette, Clarice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, putting other things before myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but most time I try to be the strong person for a lot of people, or
You
that
try
person
to
Mm-hmm.
for a lot of people.
keep things to yourself so you don't burden
Hmm.
somebody else.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
if you feel like you keep going through stuff and you're like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna be quiet.
Hey,
Hmm.
I'm
Patricia.
gonna just be over here in my little that be me in my little turtle shell. I'm like, I'm gonna go in my little shell
Hmm.
and be by
Yeah.
myself.
Straight to the point, Kendall. Okay.
Yeah, I am a lot. It depends on who. It's not everybody don't get those straight to the point. It depends on who it is and what's going on.
Yeah. So
You
they
gotta be
had them
close enough for me to even care.
that
That
part.
part. Yeah,
Look,
that
that
part.
part. So we get a next scene of, I guess, the next day of uh Clarice coming home, and I mean, Richmond is cracking up at the TV. He is watching one of my favorite movies. I'm like, don't be cracking up at one of my favorite movies, which is Harlem Nights with
I love that
Eddie Murphy
scene.
and
That
Arsenio
little
Hall
pop.
avenging his brother. Yeah, so he cracking up. She came in and she said how she know what he been doing and how she approached Cherokee. And he gonna lie. You know how
Who?
dudes.
What?
Who? What?
Yeah, who
Child.
that? Who that?
Right. Okay.
Shut up.
And then she said she's done, and she tired of like not putting herself first.
Mhm.
And how she gave up her dreams like almost 30 years ago, I want to say. And he said, I didn't ask you to, but you didn't like encourage her to do it also. So you was kind of selfish in that point because you know what you wanted out of your wife. So, I mean,
That's because he was
Richmond.
selfish. He didn't really care about anybody else but other than himself.
Mhm.
That was really what it was.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, you were selfish. So, I didn't ask you to, but you didn't encourage her to do it
Mm.
Mhm.
either.
Uh,
So, like,
Because his life didn't pan out the way he wanted to either. So, like, why would I care? It was his like attitude.
mhm. But what got me was how he was. I swear my
he
mama
said about
grave. I
he
swear
said
my
he
mama
was
grave.
staying. He
And
said
she
he was
said,
staying, and you
"Well, your
didn't.
mother must be rolling over in her grave, knowing she raised a whore." I said, "Good God from Zion." Because you swear to your mama grave, knowing you
Yeah, had
lying.
enough. Okay.
Oh
But
yeah, him
she's
swearing to
rolling
his
over her
mama
grave,
grave was crazy.
knowing she raised a whore. I said, "Good God, Jesus Christ!" And he couldn't. It
And
wasn't another. It was a wrap after that.
He was like,
it was a
well,
wrap for me when he said he not leaving. He's staying in his house.
Yeah, he don't, cause he don't care. He was like, my
'Cause I
bubble
guess
been
he
burst.
was.
Okay,
I
all
guess he was
right.
like, I'm the breadwinner. I bought this house. So I'm staying. I'm not leaving. She like, fine, I'll leave. So that's basically what it was.
Mm,
And then we get a scene of Sweet James, the good man James, is with Odette at her treatments, trying to comb her hair while she's getting, stuff running through her
mm-hmm,
body. And it was so
mm,
sweet. He
mm.
was brushing her hair, and then some of her hair came out, and she was like, "That's okay." And then she was looking at this tree painting about, I guess how life is like a painting or something. I forgot
Mm-hmm.
the
yes.
exact words and stuff like that. And it was deep, I would say.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, something about filling the painting out to the edges and this sycamore
mm-hmm,
tree and her mama. And
right.
I was like, oh,
And
That
then
was a
we
real sweet touching moment of him just still being there for like this Mr. James can't do no wrong and wrong.
love his
Like
wife no matter
he
what.
loved her. He loved her. When he was combing her hair, just oh God, listen, that did something to my heart.
And then he said,
mhm.
"Oh, I'm sorry. It fell out." I'm like, "Yeah, that's gonna happen, baby."
Mhm.
He was
She's
sweet
like,
about it.
it's less for you to comb. It's all right. It's all good.
Right. She made a joke out of it. Like, yeah.
Mhm.
And
Sometimes you have to with life. You just have to make a joke out of stuff. Even when it's not
Laugh to
funny,
keep from crying.
just to keep because you gonna cry anyway. So just try to find
yeah,
some happiness or something that it ain't even funny, but just try to do something else other than be sad. But
right,
I like the way she handled her situation.
right.
Hmm.
And then we get to see Clarice go to the house. I guess want to stay with Odette, and because she moved out, she got packed a bag and she left Richmond, and she went to go stay with, I guess, with Odette and her husband James until she figured stuff out. And we get a scene of Barbara Jean cutting Odette's hair,
Oh,
cutting the
and I
hair
love
off.
a good bald head too.
She got the right head for it. I
She
don't have it.
does.
I
That's what
Yeah.
don't
she
have
said.
it.
Yeah, I don't. It's questionable. I be trying to feel it out
I don't have.
sometimes.
I have a flat head in the back. I don't have a round head. Yes, it sucks for me. I tried. It didn't work. I partially tried. I didn't cut it all the way.
Oh, she was like, "Ooh, nope, never mind."
Right. Grow it back. Yeah, but she looked good. But I'm like, she is cutting her real hair. I don't know if her hair was already short. I know ingenue is the natural woman.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe
I'm
she
like,
was
she
just
really
willing to
committed to
go
this
there for
role.
it. Yeah,
Right. I'm gonna say
exactly.
you cut your real hair, but I know she's natural in real life, so I don't know if it was already short. So she just said, "Hell, what the hell? It's just hair. It grow back."
It
I
probably
don't know.
was. I
So
look. Well, she like it. I love it. I was gonna say, I hope it wasn't all the way down her back and she just cut it off. I hope she had like a little short, how mine's is, but I don't have this other hair in. And
Right.
just zoop zoop, just take it off.
right, right, but nonetheless, she looked good. And then this is when Clarice said she want her haircut. It did look like you don't have to
It was giving
do the same.
Angela Bassett and Waiting to Exhale. She was
Mhm.
like, "Give me the scissors and I'll do it
What
myself."
my
Okay.
damn self. I was
Hmm.
like,
And she's like, "We
she
just
said,
going."
you want shorter than mine or short ass man? Because we always get the razor. I was like,
Hmm.
child.
Uh,
Ah,
but
I
I
She
love
was
like this
it.
telling
moment.
she was telling Clarice, about the shape of her head. She was like, "I don't know if the
Right,
shape of your head gonna be as nice."
Yeah.
right. That's true. So
Uh,
she did get a cut short. We did see her get a cut short, but it was a nice
mhm.
short
Yeah.
Yeah.
hairstyle. It wasn't
Hmm.
bald
But,
like Odette. So
mhm.
that was nice. It was a nice moment.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I don't
y'all,
think she would have looked good with no bald head.
Barbara Jean was sober. Listen,
For a
we got to
moment.
give we got to give Barbara Jean because she was sober enough to cut these people hair. Listen,
For a
Yes.
hallelujah.
moment.
Hmm.
Yeah, for a moment.
But the next scene, we get them at Earl, and then they in there waiting on Barbara Jean, and she come and
Ooh,
bump up on the curb and
sister,
pissed on herself.
baby,
She jumped the
ooh,
car with the car and pissed on herself, y'all. Lord
that's
have
oh my
mercy.
gosh.
They did.
Yes, they did.
Hmm.
Hopped the curb, pissed on herself. She was so embarrassed. You could tell she was embarrassed.
That's what's
And
Y'all,
Odette cursing her out for peeing on herself.
is Clark? Was she crazy eyes in Orange Is the New Black?
Yes.
yes, yes,
Okay, I
she
never
Hmm.
did.
watched it.
That's
I
my
just remember
girl.
seeing. I've never watched Orange Is the
I
New
only
Black.
watched the first couple episodes,
I
but I
watched
knew who
maybe
she
one
was.
I don't
episode.
watch the whole thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
I
did.
was
I
like,
watched
and she
one
playing
episode. I
other stuff
tried,
too, so she playing some other
Me
good
too,
stuff too.
Candy.
but I'm like, she looked familiar when she.
Hmm.
I'm like, okay, is that the lady from Orange? But I didn't even look it up. I was like, okay,
And
I
she just
think
had a baby
she's
not too long ago, I thought,
okay.
or
Okay, cool.
like less than a year ago. hmm And we get a scene them at, I believe it's Odette house. Yes, Odette house, and the Barbara Jean changed her clothes and stuff like that. And this was the moment of this was giving me why did I get married dinner table scene. They were just spilling everybody truths out at them. It was crazy. It was like that's why you just like your drunk mama and you
Mm,
like your mama for being a pushover and all this
mhm.
stuff with the husband and illness, and it was just they were just spilling each other truth at each other.
Yeah, it was a
Okay.
lot.
And then
I was
Odette
like,
was
is the
like,
friendship gonna survive this? But
Right.
it did.
and Odette was like, I am rid of you and you too. Y'all is not messing with my last days. She said, I wash my hands of you and you too. I was like, oh. And then she commenced to get up, and then she fainted and I mean not fainted, but passed out on the ground. After all that, I guess
After all of that.
all that
Because it was too much. I'd have passed out and nothing wrong with me.
It was a
But
lot.
yeah,
It was a lot.
and then she was just
Heavy.
telling them how her medicine is not working. And that's when they both had a pause for pause for the cause. And
Like,
they were
what you
like, her
mean?
medicine not working, and then she had to take some new one that might can kill her faster. So I was like, oh, that sucks.
That's
and
how it works.
that's how she get up and fainted and passed out. And nowadays at the she's at the hospital, and I don't know if she was in like a light coma. Did I say?
I think so. I think they said something about a coma, unless I'm making that
Because
up in
she
my head.
wasn't. Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. She like
'Cause she was
was
out,
like and then
especially when Barbara
James.
Jean was sitting there letting all her dirty things fall out the closet, her skeletons fall out the closet.
Oh yeah, at the hospital by her
Mm-hmm.
bedside. So she definitely was out, and that's when Clarice told James because he did not want to leave her side. She like, you must be hungry. Go to the cafeteria get some food because he like, I don't think he got up and take a piss, let alone ate. So Clarice said, I'll go with you. So they went to the cafeteria to get some food, and then Barbara Jean stayed behind. And it's this when she started opening up and talking to um Odette while
Mm-hmm.
she's unconscious or in a coma, what have you, and told her about what happened to Ray's brother,
Yes.
or she went to go
Mhm.
visit Ray, go find Ray after what
Mm-hmm.
happened to Adam,
Yeah.
and and
She
how
told
she
that
went and
man to take
told
care of
Ray
it.
about her son who
Child.
died by his brother. I'm like, that's a lot to pack on a dude, you know.
And he knew
And
about the
then you want
kid.
him to go do something criminal.
Mm-hmm.
To his own
I'm like,
blood,
you
even though he wasn't ish.
right. I guess she was hurting, but she was kind of manipulating him in that situation. First, you did not tell him, and then you want to come out of the blue and tell him that you have
Mm-hmm.
the child, that we had the child together, but he died by your brother, but he didn't
And be
know
like, oh, I
that was his
always thought.
nephew.
She said something like, I always thought you
And
knew.
then
I
now
was
you
like,
know what you got to do. I'm looking like, I know you hurting, but she was manipulating the whole situation,
Mm-hmm.
child. I was like, mm-mm.
Question: did you all think when James and Clarice left out of that room that uh Odette was gonna leave here? You know how people leave when their
yeah,
loved ones walk out.
I didn't think she was gonna make it to the end of the movie.
I thought she was
Yeah,
gonna
I didn't think
leave.
she was gonna make it at the end of the movie. I thought she,
Yeah,
I thought she
I
was gonna
thought that's
leave.
why she made the husband leave.
Yeah, I thought
right.
she was gonna leave then, and then Barbara Jean was gonna be there to pack on something else to make her swallow again. I was like,
Ooh,
Lord, please don't
that'd
put Barbara Jean.
be terrible. Look,
Please
that'd
don't put
be
Barbara Jean
ultra
through none
terrible.
of.
I'm like, that
I
girl
thought
finna go
that
to
was
a
gonna happen.
mental hospital or
Yeah,
something. So,
yeah,
um,
that's what I
so,
thought.
um,
But I'm glad she didn't.
so we did get a scene back of Barbara Jean and Ray talking about their child, and we see a scene that Ray brother is dead, and it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't about Ray. He was already dead. Well, Barbara Jean don't know it, but we find out later that he was
Yeah, he
already
told her
dead.
later. Mm-hmm.
And then she finally woke up. It was a miracle. She woke up, and she's telling her husband and Clarice, like, told her husband to go shower, change clothes, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Clarice went with him, and she was giving Clarice her props, Clarice her
Mm-hmm.
props about her plan
Piano.
that
Mm-hmm.
piano, and she haven't missed a note, and stuff like that. So that meant a lot to Clarice, and I forgot what she told Barbara Jean to do.
To go make it right. I
Oh,
think
to
that's
go
when
make it
she
right with Ray.
had that conversation with Ray because she told her
Ray, yeah,
she saw Ray and she told Ray not to go see her or
go see
whatever.
her. Yeah, yeah, you are right. To make it right with Ray, her first love, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, Richmond was the
Charles.
only one. Richmond
He
was
was
the
like,
only
hey,
one
hey,
that was
hey.
there. He was trying to dip out. She was like, wait a minute. She said, and then she needed his muscle in his car,
He's like, I
and he
already said
carrying her.
sorry.
I'm like, nobody see y'all. Nobody see you carry this woman out the hospital. That's funny. And getting into the car because he was struggling to get her to this street. Okay, it was, and then she was like spending her last days. I thought she was a goner, and he up there crying over
Ooh,
there crying.
I was crying too. I would cry like a fool.
And then like a pine thing fell or something.
Yeah, she's like, look at it.
He would
Oh,
die
that
the way
is
I
so
don't want to.
funny. Listen, Ingenue Ellis is funny. That lady is funny to me. Okay, that
I
lady
was
is
so busy
funny.
tearing up that I was like, did, did
Yeah, I'm like,
Charles just throw something at her? And then I was like,
yeah,
oh
I'm
no, that
like,
ain't Charles.
I said, God, say, wake up,
Right.
fool. It ain't your
Not
turn.
wake up fool. Right.
It ain't your
So
turn. Oh, that was too funny to me. I said, okay,
yeah.
all
It's
right.
like, you don't even know what a sycamore tree is. You don't know either because you sat your ass under there and didn't know the
Right.
difference and you got clocked in the head.
Yeah. Right. I was cracking up laughing, yo. And I'm like, they would make a scene that's so serious and then make it funny later.
Listen,
And
We
then
needed
that
that.
was too funny. Yeah.
Richmond said that his dad said maybe it's not your time to
Crying up.
go and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Maybe it's not your time to go, and maybe you are meant to do something else. And then she said,
And
"I
she
wish
said,
you would
hurry up and
make
get me back to the hospital before James
right."
find out. What?
Right.
Not you sneaking back.
And what if you really would across?
Now that you survived, okay, well, take me back.
My
Hilarious,
husband gonna kill me.
right?
That was too funny.
And then we get a scene where Ray and Barbara Jean talk about, I guess, what happened in the past because she thought that he unalived his brother, but he said when he got there, his brother was already dead. And then, he got a lot of enemies. I'm like, yeah, because he was like the town terror. So and then it happened to be his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. And he helped the girlfriend escape his abuse. Because I guess he hit her one too many times. So I'm like, that what he get. I'm surprised nobody clocked him sooner.
Yep.
So yeah, so there's that. And then we get a scene of Charles Richmond and Clarice have an intimate moment with each other, a vulnerable, intimate moment. And he got up the next morning. He thought he laid it down so good, got up the next morning. So I'm going to go get somebody to help you come take your stuff back home. She was like, who said that?
We had that conversation.
Moving.
That was a
Where
good
am I
bad. That
going?
was a good bass. Look, that was a good
She
bass.
said, that was just one night, sir.
Right. And then she started cracking up. I started cracking up
She
too.
sure did. You use me. He stomped out there like
Now
somebody
you
stole
know
his
how I
bicycle.
feel, sucker. Now you know how I
Exactly.
feel. Now you
She
know
was
how I
like,
feel, sucker.
not your little
So
feelings is hurt.
right.
Right.
After all these years at that.
Exactly. Since we were children, young children, you've been doing this stuff. Now I'm just getting you back with you.
That's
I'm
right.
getting you back with you.
Right.
Not
I was gonna
somebody else.
say, and
I'm
with
getting you
you. It
back
wasn't
with
like
you.
I picked somebody else.
Child, bye.
Right. So since Odette is like still living for another day, they met up at the Earl's, all you can eat, and they talking about some your girls was trying to get their table. It was funny, and
The audacity.
the audacity and stuff like that. And then they sitting at the table, then they fellas are sitting at the other table, and then Charles Richmond was trying to give Clarice a chance to perform at his concert. She said, "I'm not playing at your concert." She said she reached back out to New York and she going back to New York for a recording. I guess it's not too late. I was like, "You go, girl."
Your voice is still
So
holding up. Why not? I mean, not your voice. Your skills is still holding
skills
up.
are still holding up, yeah. So I thought that was cool. She get to actually live out her dreams, even though she's older. She still
Yeah.
gets to live it out. It don't matter. It's never too late. As long as you able bodied. And we get a scene with them, wrap it up. Even Ray came in and gave a little smooch to Barbara Jean. So they in a good place and they chop it up and they had milkshakes and made a toast and stuff like that. And how about life? How they all bind together, the glue and stuff like that. I think Earl was the glue at first, and then it just need all three of them to be, I guess,
Leaning on each
to
other.
make the leaning on each other to make this book or whatever, or this painting or whatever. And then mid credits, we get crazy ass men on the roof of the house, child, talking about I'm like, Lord have
That's why they
mercy.
had to throw levity in there because all the crying, they had to give you a couple of
Oh,
laughs too. I was like, look
Right,
at
that's what
this
I'm looking like.
fool.
In the mid credits, they got her on the.
yes.
She's about to fly off the roof, like, and then she actually did fall, and
Hey.
then survive. It wasn't like that far of a fall, but still, it hurt. Gonna be sore the next day, like hell. But
Yeah, because you too old for
she
that. That wind was whipping. She was like, y'all not gonna get in the way of my prophecy. I'm not a hack.
right. She's
Miss
talking
Minnie
about.
is a trip.
She said it was a near death.
Yeah,
You
almost.
know,
Somebody lady. Almost does not count. No man.
right. It was just crazy, but it was fun. That was the end of the movie, y'all. It was just fun.
Who did she land on? Because she was like, you're not gonna steal my shine. I was like, I can't.
Right.
Earl Jr. was trying to help her up. It was like, it was just crazy.
Oh, that
She's a
lady's
mess.
bananas.
She's a hot mess. Child,
What
hot mess
movie or
indeed.
what TV show did she play on? It's like her. She was familiar. She looked familiar.
I want to
Oh.
say Greenleaf or one of them church member ladies.
Tyler Perry or
Or
something maybe.
some Tyler Perry or Greenleaf or somebody.
Okay.
It was one of those. She like one of those snooty church ladies who
Oh,
always,
oh, mean, yeah, church lady.
yeah,
Okay, she seems like
always
that.
want to call somebody out when she got her stuff going
Mm-mm.
on. You know how
Yeah,
those go.
she must have come from Greenleaf. She probably was on the board. I think
She could have been.
she looked
So
like she could
I
have been
know
on the
it's one
board.
of those shows where it's like a church and she was like
Uh,
one of the members or some kind of
Wait, is
thing.
that the same lady that just was in Reasonable Doubt? Was that the mama? Is that JT's mama?
Who, mama?
JT's
Yeah, it could
mama.
have been. Yeah, I think so.
she
Could
was Miss
yeah.
Minnie.
I
Oh
think so.
Lord.
I don't know. That's what
Could,
she looked like. I could be wrong.
Oh
I
gracious.
don't know. I forgot who
Oh
played Mama
Lord.
Child on Soho once. Yeah, but that was the end of the movie, y'all. So we almost here for 2 hours, but it was a good cry and laughter and heartbreak and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
All it
re-
is.
replay
Yeah.
crew, yes, it was just on a emotional roller coaster, baby. So replay crew, let us know your thoughts if you have seen this movie. Let us know your thoughts on it. Did it have you in your feelings like it had in ours? Did it have you cracking up at times like we did, even when we don't supposed to really be cracking up at moments, but we left anyway.
Oh, Matthew, you still
Yeah.
holding on?
Yes, check
Thank
it
you,
out,
Matthew.
Matthew.
Matthew is a
Check it
rider.
out. Yes, please check it out, please, because it's good. It's 2 hours, but it's good 2 hours. It will have you like it's just like you probably know someone like these characters.
It's
Let's
Uh-huh.
be
giving you a
honest.
little Still Magnolias vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you probably know someone like these characters in
Yeah.
your
It's a feel
family or
good
what have
movie.
you. It feel
Mhm.
good. It's really good, and it's a stellar cast. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, do y'all want to tell us the people what y'all got going on y'all channels this
If I
week?
get my allergies to act right, let me wait a minute. Go ahead, Miss Carol. I'll finish off please. Wait a minute.
Oh, not you put me on center stage. Okay. It has been a weekend, but I will be giving you guys Reasonable Doubt season 2, episode 3, and catching up on my Bel Air. And tomorrow, hopefully, a live watch list on the stuff that I watch for the summer. And then we will be back with Power next weekend.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Power.
Mhm.
Oof.
Miss Allergies, your
I got
turn.
been sneezing. I've been sneezing all night long. So
Mhm.
yes. I did my quick thoughts on Reasonable Doubt episode 3. I dropped that on Thursday or Friday.
Mhm.
Please catch the replay on the Family Business, which was Friday night. It was a 3.5 hour live.
Hmm.
Listen, we had the
It was
people up
some
there,
special
child.
guests coming through,
we
so
had
y'all
we
should
had a
check
lot
it
of
out.
characters from the show pulling up on us.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was very, very good conversation. Um, uh, what else? Just happy notification.
Reasonable Doubt. Y'all just did Reasonable
Oh, we
Doubt
did.
before we
Yeah, we
got
just
on
did
here.
Reasonable Doubt. Yes, thank you, Miss Kira. And replay game. Hashtag roller coaster. Just put a roller coaster in the chat, child. Whatever you know.
Notification gang,
Yes, thank you.
community
All the things.
tab.
Yes, I am almost at 500 subscribers. I'm at 470, I think. Please help me. Help me. Help me. I appreciate it. Thank
On the
you.
road to 500. So
On the
yeah,
road to
y'all
500.
heard us. She's on the road to 500. So please help her out, child. We trying to get her there so she can make
Please.
this
Thank
hunt.
you.
Yeah. So for me, I'm debating on whether should I do the Braxtons or not because
Mm.
this last episode, baby, got on my nerves. But everybody gonna get it if I do it. So, um, that and what else? Yeah, like Candy said, we just did Reasonable Doubt, and what else? It's some new shows coming out, I believe, this week that I'm gonna look at. So just be on the lookout, keep the notifications on, so you know when I drop them. So that's about it for me. And if anybody else got anything to say, do so now, cause this about to be end of it, because we on here for 2 hours, child.
You
Yeah.
just said, speak now, if ever hold your peace.
All right.
If not,
Okay.
I'll at you later.
Good night, everyone. See ya.
Bye bye.
On track, now we gon' way up. Double use as easy as a layup. Working late, stay